Hello Transformers fans! Adam here, back with another Transformers review with a Studio Series 86 Dinobot SWOOP. Let's get into it. So, he comes with not one, but two swords, so we can slice and dice those Decepticons into scrap metal. But that's not all. Let's get these out of his hand, set them aside, and then the rocket launchers on his wings here, they can come off. You can put that right in his hand. And now he's ready to blast those Decepticons into dust. Unfortunately though, the launcher doesn't actually fire. Would have been cool if they gave it a little spring action, but that's just not the case. Alright, we'll put that back there and focus on SWOOP himself. So some Studio Series designs have been better than others, but they have always done right by the Dinobots, and SWOOP here is no exception. Check him out. His head, his face, the dino head, this Autobot symbol, the detail and circuitry in his body, the wings, the arms, these little dino feet that we'll see better once we transform him, the legs. Spin him around for a 360 here. A little bit of compromise on his back just because of how he transforms, which we'll get to. But still, they definitely nailed the appearance, and his articulation is just as good. So, full range of motion with his arm. I would say full 360, but the wing blocks that. Bend and twist his elbow. Twist his fist around. Twist his waist. Not all the way though, because his beak blocks that. Full range of motion with his leg. Twist it around. Bend his knee. Bend his ankle. Yep, definitely another Dinobot done right. Which really warms my heart because the Dinobots were always my favorite as a kid. And now I have all the Studio Series except for Grimlock, who will be re-released next year, so can't wait for that. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and transform SWOOP here. Easiest transformation I've done with any of the Dinobots. Start by taking his fists, rotating them in. So, 1 and 2. Straighten out his arms. Tab them into his wings. Got 2 tabs right there, so make sure they both connect. And same with the other one. Now bring down the panel on the dino head. Take his rubber head and tuck it in. Close that back up. Bring out the 2 halves of his chest. Bring his dino head up all the way. Bring down this neck panel. Now swing the 2 halves of his chest in. They're on a double hinge. Keep that rocket launcher straight. Now tab his chest together. Alright. Bring down this dino head. Bring his arms back this little bit. Turn him around. Extend out his wings. They're on a double hinge, so make sure they're straightened out properly. Now the tips of his wings, rotate them back and tear them into place. And now his bottom half. Bring in his feet. And then take his legs and rotate them back. Tab his foot right into his back here. So 1 and 2. Just tab that down, just like that. And there we have SWOOP in full dino mode. Check him out. All that detail that was so awesome in bot mode is just as good in dino mode. The detail and circuitry in his body here, the wings, this dino head, again this Autobot symbol, and the Autobot symbols on his wings. And again, the little dino feet that I mentioned earlier, you can move them around slightly. Make his wings flap. Move his dino head up and down. And open and close that mouth. Even got a little tab in there where you could put a burst of flame, have him mimic breathing some fire. As far as how to position him, well, I am going to need to pick up a stand of some kind so I can display him properly while he's in dino mode. But in the meantime, can bring the dino head down a little bit. Bring out his feet. And you can set him down just like that. And you know, I think SWOOP here just might be my favorite of the Studio Series so far. At least, again, until I get Grimlock, because, well, Grimlock is king after all. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, let's go ahead and transform him back. So, push his arms back in all the way. Rotate his legs back out. So, 1 and 2. Line up his dino feet with his knees. Bring back out his feet and his heels. Turn him around. Rotate the tips of his wings back. Now swing his wings back and tap them back into place. Bring the dino head back all the way. Raise his neck panel back up. Separate the two halves of his chest. Bring the dino head back down. Tab that back into place. Close his chest back up. Separate the wings from his arms. Bring this fist back out. So 1 and 2. And finally, bring down this panel. Bring this robot head back out. Tab it back into place. And close the panel back up. And back to a bot. Dinobots are awesome. That is all. I can't wait to get Grimlock and complete this collection next year. But that wraps up this video. Join me for the next one. Good night, Transformers fans.